Oh hey guys, yeah, I'm just doing another video. I wanted to talk about how disgusting and manipulative and twisted the narcissist can be, and what he's done to me recently. Who are those kids in there? So, he took my kids last year. It's almost been a year now. He took them and brought them to his girlfriend's house to live. He taunted me for months. He didn't pay me child support. He wasn't paying the agreed upon amount. Was not court ordered. It was just verbally agreed upon, which is my mistake again for doing it that way instead of getting the legal system involved, because I know how it could be. And he was a and he moved from one state to another to be with her, and he was setting himself up with her. I didn't go through with the child support order. It was going to be expensive for me to do because the paperwork from the courthouse was very hard to understand. I needed to hire somebody to fill that paperwork out. And so, I delayed it, and then he decided to pick them up, and it's just astonishing to me how someone can have no conscience and no shame at all. And then he decided to tell me that that he didn't want to go for child support for me. He knows that I have a hard time as it is financially, and I don't want to talk about this because I'm embarrassed at myself of how I am, and I just wanted to warn other people out there that being bonded to somebody like this, it's called a trauma bomb, because it's not like a love bomb. It's actually opposite of that. It is a real thing. And as much as I don't want to believe him and I don't trust him, I end up falling for his lies and manipulation over and over and over again. And I'm really very angry at myself, and I'm actually disgusted with myself because but I know why I'm like this. It doesn't make it feel any better, and it doesn't help me to know why I'm like this, because I'd rather just be ignorant to it, because it wouldn't hurt so bad that I am actually against myself. When you're raised with hate and you're unwanted and you're abused physically, mentally, and I think I was sexually abused because there is some weird things I would do as a child that no child should be doing or knowing about. So I don't know, but I did have a creepy cousin that was sexually interested in me, I guess. Like when I was a teenager, he kissed me out of the blue when I stepped over his house. This is just a disgusting, disturbing background that I am very shameful about. But it's what created me into this kind of masochistic person that I am, because, and I don't choose it, it's not conscious, it's subconsciously, and I'm trying to work on reprogramming myself. But when somebody, I mean, it's like everyone else, everyone's programmed to be a certain way and do certain things. We all are subconsciously when we're younger. It's built into us, you know. So I always want to think the best of people, and I believe words more than actions. Like, I'm a sucker for that. I love words. Like, I write poetry. I love music, and words just hit me pretty hard, I guess. I don't know, but I tend to believe them over actions, which makes no sense because everyone knows that actions speak louder than words or whatever, and that's true. But yet I am not programmed like that. And so I didn't put a court order for child support. I have been through the court system with this guy, and I tried to put a restraining order on him, and I went through an embarrassing speech that I made in front of the judge and other people in the courtroom of the past history I had with him, and they just dismissed it and said that's a family situation and we can't help you there. And it was just like, you know, I think it's where I live that they just don't think these things happen as often. I don't know. I mean, I don't mean for this to be some kind of sob story or poor me, but really this channel is where I could talk about these things, because I don't talk about it unless I am at a counselor, which I haven't seen in who knows how long, because they cancel on me. I'm supposed to reschedule that. But I'm so sensitive to rejection that I'm just like, why did you do it? I'm thinking, why did they cancel? Isn't it important to them? Alright, so he ended up taking them. He tortured and taunted me on the phone and all kinds of things. He accused me of abuse and had the police come to my apartment so many times that I just was so embarrassed that I left there. When he took my kids, I lost my job. And then I left the apartment because the way I am, kind of self-destructive or something like that, you know, when I'm hurt and betrayed, which I'm often betrayed by family and people I care about. So I went to live with my father for a little while. It was the worst thing ever. It was terrible. I hate him. Like, I was just thinking about hurting him in some way because of what he put me through as a child. And then, you know, both of my parents are scum of the earth, basically. They should be prisoners. You know, they should be in prison or dead by now. But they were able to destroy people's lives and continue to do so. So, you know, what do I gotta do? I gotta fake my smile, and still the thoughts run through my head that I want to harm them, which I'm not say it because I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, the stories I could tell, people would just be like, okay, well, how are you even alive or not in prison today? Because I really should be in prison for doing something bad to someone because the way I was treated. And I have borderline personality disorder, and I watch a lot of Sam Backman videos, and he says now it's kind of like being borderline is more like a psychopath, like a secondary psychopath, and I could relate to that because, like I said, I have bad thoughts about people, and it's bad. So anyway, so alright, so this guy took my keys, and he tried to prevent me from talking to them. He didn't want to bring them over on the holidays. He blocked me a lot of times. When I did speak to my son or daughter, he would be like, okay, we gotta go now, hurry up, come on. You know, and we cut the conversation really short, and still there was no court order. And what I ended up doing was getting my son, because my daughter refused to come with me from the state that he's in, and I went there. You know, I took a plane and went there, and I brought back my son. The day that I arrived, I think it was the day I arrived there, he actually filed for a divorce and sued me for custody that day that I didn't even know about it, and I was there about 4 days. He never mentioned it. He never served me any kind of divorce papers, because he had the chance then to serve me in person, but you know, knowing me, I'll be like, okay, you know what, take that out of my face, or I'll throw it out, or I would have ripped it up, who knows. I would have been mad, right? So while I was there visiting the kids, he thought it was just me visiting the kids, whatever, and he was just like a hawk on me, and didn't want to leave their side, and it was just like it was really, it was hard. And he was trying to convince me to move in to a neighborhood around there, and that he can help me get an apartment there. Really, it was just so, you know, he just sees what he can get out of everybody. So if I was gonna live there, let's say I would move near there, he would have an out to, like, let's say he wants to fuck around with his girlfriend and fuck with her head or something. He'll be like, all right, I'm going to my ex-wife's house, I won't, or something like that, you know, or do it on the down low or something. So I already know how he thinks, and he has no morals, no values, nothing, and no conscience, and no empathy for others. So he would do some shit like that. So I refused, and I ended up bringing my son back home with me from a different state. I live in a different state. And then he decided to travel 10 hours. These people are dangerous. This one is very, very fucking dangerous. Okay, I'm not playing around here, okay? He tried to almost kill me a couple of times, and I don't know how I'm alive today. I honestly don't know, but I am scared of him. And what was I saying? So I came, and I was like, you know what, whatever, I want to see my son.